do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Hey guys, welcome to the Secret Life of SPSU, dun dun dun, Cops Edition. My name is Patrice Parker.
My name is Marilyn Jones.
My name is Joshua Hill.
And my name is Nisha Holiday.
And today we just wanted to have a little discussion about the cops on campus, and especially after Tuesday's event, like how we view our safety on campus. And here we go. So how do you guys feel about our campus police?
I mean, I think they do their job to the best of their ability.
Yeah, I don't have any ill feelings for them. I mean, it feels nice to have people around that care about the
Safety.
the safety of students.
Same here. I don't feel, any ill will towards the police as well. I've never had any bad experiences with them. So, and hopefully I'll never have any bad experiences in the future. So, they're cool with me.
Yeah, I've never really had any bad experiences with the cops. As a matter of fact, the ones that I've had encountered, they're like really nice people, and they'll like laugh and joke with you. And I mean, when things get serious, they can turn that off and become a police officer. But as far as like just interacting with the people on campus and the students and stuff like that, I think they're pretty friendly people. They're not like the usual idea of a cop is like out to get you and just mean and rude and like, oh, well, I'm the authority type cops. We have pretty nice cops.
I mean, from my personal experience, my background at Kennesaw, the cops there are not like the cops here. Like, they're your stereotypical rude, they will get you for anything cops.
Well, speaking of cops, we have Sergeant Chandler that we asked a few questions, and we would like to let you guys hear what she had to say.
So, here we go. Alrighty, and what's your name, ma'am? Officer.
Sergeant Chandler.
Okay. And what's your background?
I've been in law enforcement for about 4.5 years, almost 5 now. I started at the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office. I was there for 1.5 years dealing with inmates, jail, intake, searching females while they were coming in, and, things of that nature. Then once I left there, I came here.
Okay. And how long have you been here? 3.5
years.
Okay. What is the best experience that you've had here at Southern Poly?
It was one guy. He locked his keys in his car. And I don't know if any of y'all know, but we generally can't break out a window and open up that vehicle for you. But he came, and I just so happened had like a free trial of AAA who can come out and unlock your vehicle. So I let him use that, and he was like ecstatic. He thought I gave him like $50, but I didn't. And that Friday, he came and gave me a sweet card. I thought that was very nice. He didn't have to do it, but he did. So I thought it was sweet.
And how do you think that students feel, or how do you feel students view you?
That's a good question. How do y'all view us?
I mean, I think you're all right. I haven't had any bad experiences.
My dad's in law enforcement.
Okay, so yeah. Majority, I think it's like 50-50, well, more like, I would have to say maybe 50, 30, and then 20, because the 20% has no, idea unless they came in contact with a police officer. If that police officer was rude amongst their interaction, then they're going to probably assume that all police officers are rude. Then the 30% that are up to no good, generally they don't like seeing us anyway. And then the 50% doesn't matter because, they've always been helped by the police officers and things of that nature, and they never had an issue with them in the first place. So,
what made you get into law enforcement, and how did you end up at Southern Poly from DeKalb County?
I've always wanted to be in law enforcement. I was 5 years old in kindergarten, and it was career day. And this woman came in, and she had this uniform. She had her brass and just gun, and it was like so amazing. At that time, it stuck in my head all the way until I was able to make that own decision for me to be a police officer. And she was just, in my eyes, was just glory. I just seen like flames and just sparkles, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be a police officer. I want to do that. I want to do what she's doing right now. So that's kind of what kind of got me into law enforcement, and then what made me leave the cab to come here. Dealing with inmates every day, you know, sometimes you have your good days, sometimes you have your bad days. You had more bad days than good. So I decided to leave there, less stress, and come here. And I enjoyed myself here. And also I was able to go back to school, and they paid for my schooling and things of that nature. So that's what definitely made my decision to come police here.
And we also have another student outside of our circle here that had a few words to say about the campus police as well.
All right. What's your name?
Kimani Bolden,
Okay, and what's your major?
architecture.
And what year are you?
I'm in fourth year architecture, but it's my 5th year in college.
Okay, just going to ask you a few questions about SPSU's police. How do you feel about them?
I feel like they somewhat do their job. Sometimes I feel like they need to calm down on those 4-way stops at the road, because I almost got a ticket one time, but he was nice and let me go with a warning. But other than that, I think they still do their job. Nothing other than what happened the other day was really serious on campus.
Have you ever needed SPSU's police?
Have
you had anything stolen before?
I've had something stolen from my car, but I never really filed a report. And it was just a GPS, and I have one on my phone. And I figured it'd be hard to even track down somebody stole one. But nothing other than that really has happened. I have a couple of people have things stolen from their apartment, and I guess the police force tried the best they can do. But it was like, again, it's stuff that's so small. It would be hard to even try to find somebody on this campus that way.
Okay. Well, thank you, Kamani. Really appreciate it.
No problem.
Thanks. I thought it was interesting when Kamani mentioned that he never filed a police report, and neither did his friends. Do you think that most students think that the police aren't effective when it comes to small items here, or does it really take something large for them to get involved?
I think it would take something more so large to get involved, because, like he said, it was a GPS, so it wasn't worth the footwork, and like he could have that time could be put forward towards a more serious crime that was done on campus than looking for his GPS. I think that's why people would be less likely to report smaller things than larger crimes to the campus.
Do you think that the police presence here on campus is good enough, or do you think we need more or even less of it? Because personally, I feel like they're here, but they're not bothering anybody. You know, they don't have an overwhelming presence here. So just wonder what y'all thought about that.
Well, I mean, for our campus, I don't think an overwhelming presence is necessarily needed, because, I mean, overall, our campus is pretty safe. I guess you could say nobody really bothers anybody like that. There's never really any serious crime going on when there's, like, during classes when there's a whole bunch of people. I know we've had, like, a few scares where people would get things stolen, like, off of their person and that type of thing. But for cops to be, like, on every corner staring us down as we walk to class, I don't think is necessary.
I mean, the overpopulation at my old school was, they were handing out tickets for not smoking in designated smoking areas.
Oh.
And so I don't think that's a good use of, that police officer's time.
Yeah, I actually kind of like that they have like more of a low-key kind of presence about them.
But, even on Tuesday, they were still able to, even though they have a low presence, they were still able to react, and they got everything under control and were allowed to tell us something within an hour of it happening. So I think that's one, they might be low-key, and I feel like that's where maybe some students take it like
that they aren't watching or they aren't ready for alert when something goes wrong.
But I feel like they proved Tuesday that they definitely are ready.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, and a special thanks to Sergeant Chandler and SPSU student Kamani Bolden for their input.
So why are you acting like a bloody fool? If you get hot, then you must